Hello everyone! Welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So today we got some new molds out and one order to do for Jennifer. This one is for Jennifer. It's that little baby hippo I used to make all the time. My mold I went to go grab. It was looking a little like dull, so I had Don make me a brand new mold for you, Jennifer. So it's super duper shiny. She wanted me to do what I did on a throwback video, actually. That's where she saw it. So I had to go back and see how I poured it. And I poured it with this Silicone blue. I had an interference blue, but this is the only one that I have that's not packed, but they're all basically the same. And then I did clear and I just layered them. So it came out really cool. I like her taste because I loved that one too. So we're going to redo that for her here. I have these two left yesterday. I know it was like 3 weeks ago for you, but yesterday was my live on my channel with the axolotl and the squishies and the UV resin and all that. So these were the two pours I did with the resin. So we'll unmold those later. I have 3 new molds. This one is a cross pendant that we molded. This is a crystal strawberry, and this one is another butterfly that we have. And this one is a little tiny rock memorial for pets, and it says, your paw prints are forever on my heart. And it's got a little heart in there, and it's got paw prints on the rock and everything. I forgot to grab my color for the rock. So we're going to pour this. We don't need much resin today. I wanted to do the cross. I'm going to brush the cross with this chameleon powder in blue. I wanted to try out these, watermelon red for the strawberry and pink for the butterfly. These are the opaque resin pigments that I just started using for like marbling in the pendants lately. So if I have extra, we're going to make some more pendants. This is the one from Little Windows I just got. So we will marble some more if we have any more. But before I start, let me just move all this stuff. I want to brush this cross really quickly and get it in there. And then I'll probably just embellish it with rhinestones after demold. But I'm like, how can I do this? What color? I don't know. Let's just do a chameleon color because I think that would look cool. Now you don't want to fill this one up if you get this one. It literally is going to be a really thin pour. Otherwise you're going to have a lot of trimming to do. These little tiny molds are very hard to trim because of the size of the masters. So make sure you don't dome them. Do not dome my handmade molds for sure. I can't speak for other people, but you don't really want to dome my handmade molds because we're not a machine. We can't cut them perfectly. But if you don't dome them, you will have a lot less trimming. And I'd say the same thing for myself because I tend to over pour and then I trim it too. But if you remember when you're pouring, try to just go about a 1/4 inch on these little things. Let me just tap that out. That should be good. I think I will put, yeah, we're going to put black in that. So why don't we just use the black? That's gray. We'll use the black in here too. Now they're liquidy, but they're also pigmenty. So I'm just going to use my vortex mixer. I already stirred those two up, but we just want to make sure these are really, really, really mixed. So we don't have, it's not like a paste where you have to really, really worry. But anyway, okay, let me grab some resin in the color for the rock and we'll get started.
Brushes in hand and the world is my stage. Colors are loud like they're breaking the cage.
Is it possible I can do a whole video with just using 7 ounces today? That would be amazing. We'll see if I'm right or wrong. If I guessed right, I just need like 1/3 of an ounce for each of the little ones. My guess is. And then 2 for that hippo, I think. And I'm guessing 4 for the rock, I think. Who knows? What do we got left? Just under 6. One of these I'm going to have to, I don't think we need this much, to be honest with you. I really want 2 for that hippo for sure. And I am going to vacuum chamber all of this. Let's see if I pour, whoops. Oh wait, I want to be able to put the mica in. I'm getting ahead of myself. This one, I picked out orange gray for the rock. I haven't used this one yet. This is from Marblers. Let's grab some alcohol. And then the interference blue I need to do as well. The rest are the pigment paste and things like that. So let me get these all dissolved first, because that's pretty important. We should get a nice crackle effect on that hippo. I haven't done this for so long, and I loved that effect when I did it by accident a long time ago. Just dumped a whole bunch of random leftovers in something and it had this really super cool effect. All right, so we want 6 left over, or no, 4 left. So we only need a little bit of each. I don't know, I should have probably made 8. That's just about 4. Gosh, I hope that's enough for that. I hope it's enough for that rock and that hippo, because it doesn't look like very much. There's the interference blue. Then we're going to keep clear. And then we're going to do, let me just mix this up. I did not mix it up yet. Make sure you mix your pastes before you use them. This is a gorgeous blue. Definitely don't need very much at all, like literally nothing left on the stick for that tiny little bit of resin. Get it mixed up really super good. Let me just wipe my stick off because I don't want to keep mixing it with that. That's good. And then remix it again. Or I'll be redoing that piece too. It's like I had to redo yesterday's jar lid. It happens. Happens to everybody, so don't feel bad if you have to redo pieces. Alright, we're going to go with that. The other is going to be clear. Let's pour a little bit into this mica. Mix it up and pour it back into the big cup. And I'll do all the painting of the rock after demold. Trying to get it all back. Pretty good. Mix it up. And then we've got the black, the red, and the pink. All these tiny little cups I get to reach down into the vacuum chamber. All right, there's that one. We've got pink. It's called pink. And this is for the, let me see which one I have the most of. That one. This will be the red, the black. Let me do the black in the least because that cross doesn't need very much. Let's try 2 drops and see what we get. I don't even think I have the pink open yet. Yep. Definitely good enough. Might need 1 more drop. It's just a little bit, not that it matters. Obviously it doesn't matter because we painted, now that I put it in here, I gotta mix it. We painted that mold with the blue, so we don't really need like opaque. It was black enough. Now it's opaque. Okay, that's good. And then we want pink for the butterfly and red for the strawberry. Is it open? Nope. Grab a thumbtack. A little bit of red. It's called, I think, watermelon red. So it's not going to be like Christmas red or anything. That should be good enough. And I do want to get all the bubbles out of this. Let's see how different the pink looks than the red. Do I have the pink open yet? Nope. All new colors to me today. And a little drop. We'll have ourselves a little pink butterfly. Ooh, if we leave it like that, it's almost like a pastel pink. I think I want it a little pinker though. Let's put some more in there. It's better. And I don't see anything floating from the powders, which we shouldn't because we dissolved them. So let's go ahead and get these in the vacuum chamber.
Glitz and glitter lighting up the night, painting dreams with a shimmer so bright, rhinestones dancing, catching every eye.
I always like to do the deepest first if I can, so that's this one. So I don't think it needs really any alcohol, but you just don't know around those letters. Let's just want to get it around those letters so we don't get any bubbles in the paw prints. I'm not going to use the pressure pot just for these. So what I want to do is just kind of coat them. You'll know it when you see. Don't mind that. That's not how much it holds. You'll know when you see what I'm talking about when we pull it out. If you could see in there, there's a heart with all the words and things. So let's just fill it up. Gosh, I hope 4 ounces is enough, because if it's not, which it's not, shoot, I need, gosh, probably 3 more. So I'm gonna hang on to that cup. In fact, I'm gonna, gosh, 3 more ounces probably. And I gotta try to, I should have measured it. I gotta try to match that color. Okay, let's get these done real quick so we can do that. Let's do, I can't spritz this one. And I'm trying so hard to keep it really thin, just like I told you guys to. Let me find a dotting tool to go around that hole maker. Try not to disturb the powder in here. And we got some black left. I knew we would have some of this left. Okay, let's spritz the butterflies pink. I can't believe it held. It's so deceiving. These molds are, I'm so bad at it though. You guys know I'm so bad at that. All right, we got pink left. We're gonna move that. Let's do this, and then I can concentrate on the hippo. And I guess I'll be pouring some of those cabochons today. A little bit of red. A little bit of red left, not too much. Okay, so for the hippo, we're gonna start with the clear, which is what I usually did when I did this. I just want to make sure it's down in the ears. And then we just layer clear. And then I got some of the blue. And then some of the interference. Wouldn't that be terrible if I didn't have enough of this one too? Clear. Blue. Oh my gosh, tell me I have enough. Interference. Grab a spatula. Clear. Blue. Oh my gosh. I may need some more of this. Let's do the interference, which I could just fill this up with some clear. That's not going to hurt anything. And I'm going to need just the smallest amount. Isn't that wonderful? So that would be fine. Okay, I'm going to mix up some resin really quickly. So I wasn't thinking, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to conserve the cup. I'm going to put the resin in the cup and then I'll split it. No, I had color in the cup. So I made 4 ounces. Now I'm going to have way too much. And then I had to mix up a little bit of the clear, which that's what this is. I've already debubbled it, so I just want to get this in here before, yeah, way too much. Way too much. So we're going to have some extras today. And for the rock, because I don't want to mess around with that. I think that's going to be cool. Because I added a different amount of mica, I'm going to dump this out back into my cup, mix it around. I don't mind that staying in there. Mix it around with my mixer to get it evenly distributed. Re-vacuum chamber it and then pour it. Because I didn't really want 2 different colors. It happens, and since this is still liquidy and we can still mix it up, this is what I'm going to do. I think that'll be fine. I don't need that much. In fact, I'm going to let my paddle drip into the mold while I vacuum chamber this. I got to split it. Okay, BRB. All right, let's see if we have enough this time. I don't see why we wouldn't. So let me recoat that heart in there. Oh my goodness. But at least it wasn't like curing to where I couldn't get the colors mixed together. Oh my goodness. Now I'm going to have a lot left over, you watch. Let's do that. Yes, I am. Because that extra ounce for the hippo is now in the brown. Because I wasn't thinking. Let's get it all together and see how much we have. Yeah, I spoke too soon when I said, can I get away with 7 ounces in this video? Totally not happening. Let's put the clear in there. Why not? Let's see what we got left. Because I definitely don't want to make that many pendants. I've got just over 2 ounces and it's getting kind of warm. I have to find a mold that holds 2 ounces. What do I have is the question. I did put some on the back of the marblers so we can have that color. There we go. They all popped. Let's put that aside. Let me find a mold. I do not remember which animal this is. It's got a hand heart gesture. Gosh, let's hope it's okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to marble the black and the brown together just in case. Not that this is much more, but oh my gosh. Oh, it's just enough. Thank God. I don't have 100. Oh my gosh, it's just literally just enough. I don't remember which animal this was because there's a set of 3 of them from Into Resin that does that. That is so funny. Just enough. Okay, let's do some pendants. We don't have that much left for pendants, so that's good. Although I need a lot of pendants in my life right now. We are so like running out of free gifts so fast. I just want to spritz the top of that rock real quick. Let's do, let's see, let's do them this way. I think I'm going to scrape the rest of this brown into the black because there is enough to scrape. Drizzle it in here, and that might be something pretty. I don't know. Let's pour it into here. Gorgeous. Not much left, so I need to get a smaller one. Let's do these. Perfect. And then maybe I could just do my red and pink and red together. What do you think? Let's try it. I don't know if you're gonna see it. Hang on, let me wipe this. Just gonna scrape the red into the pink because it is getting sticky. And we'll see what we get. I'm not even gonna stir it. Let's do a round one. These were so nice yesterday because you did not have to trim them. But I guess if you don't fill them up, you will have to trim them. But I should be able to scrape enough out to dome that. All right, so we got an extra character to finish today. No big deal, right? It's just another hour of my life that I'll never get back for tomorrow's video. That's okay, I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Okay, I'm gonna, oops, spritz the wrong way. That one's gonna be really, really pretty, I hope. All right, check out the comment of the day. See ya on Demold. Let's get everything out and see what we're working with today. Excuse me. Ooh, that one came out nice. I like that one. Marbled. Pretty good. This one should be pretty. Oh yeah, look at that. That came out good. I wish there was a little more black, but I do like it. I do like that one. The pink and the red. A little bit of marble, not too much. And that one's better. Not too bad. Those are the extras. Kind of extras. This was extra from yesterday. Another little peanut head. He's so cute. I love that little thing. All right, let's do... Gosh, something's stuck in my throat. These are a little thinner, so they are still a little bit... There we go. This is the third butterfly that we have in the store. The other one comes a set of two. This one will come as a set of just of this one. So that's pretty sparkling. Let's see if I can get this one out. Like I said, it's very thin, so it really needs more time. It's very bendy. Please don't break on me, please. There we go. That looks good. Color changing blue to purple. Can you guys see it is the question. I can. So once this is fully cured, I still have a little trimming to do because I still poured it a little bit too much, and then we'll finish that off. Here's the strawberry. I'll have to, ooh, the stem is thin. Look at that cute thing. This is the stem here, so I'll paint all that. Very cute. It came out really well for not being in a pressure pot with all those stones in there. Okay, let's do this axolotl because he's been in here for at least, well, about 24 hours now. I'm gonna try, I mean, I'm not gonna rip off his little things because they are fully cured, but let's see what he looks like. Oh, she's so cute. One bubble right there. There was a piece of silicone in it. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been there. That totally stinks. This thing does really well for sitting on the table curing. I didn't put it on a heat mat or anything. I just let it sit here. Little piece of silicone there. So that's so cute. Here's the other one from yesterday. This is the one I pre-made. So we're going to have a little set. Not really a set because they're probably both going to be girls. So that one needs to get finished. Let's pull this one out. It's an extra. I just don't remember what it is, and I don't want to break off anything. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to spritz some soapy water down here this time. And just work it down in there in his head. And I think he got released. Here he comes. Whatever it is, it's probably the wrong color. There we go. Did you hear that suction? Oh my gosh. What is it? What is it? Oh, good. It's the dog. Cool. It's not the wrong color. I thought it was like the frog or something. That's awesome. That is a great color. A little bit of black down his face. That worked out well. So cute. This is an Into Resin mold. So cute. All right, we're going to get this one out first. Just pop it right out. It should pop right out. Yep. Let's see what the rock looks like. Oh, nice. I got a few bubbles in there, but it's a rock, so it doesn't really make a difference. I got a little bubbles in here, so I should have probably put it in the pressure pot, but you really cannot tell. So I'm going to fill in those words somehow. I typically like this to cure overnight first, but I'm not going to do that. So yeah. Oh, you know what? Now that I see these little holes, I can't just like, I usually use a squeegee to do that. But if I use a squeegee, it's going to go in those little holes, and I don't want it to do that. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that. And I got a little bubble right there too. That kind of stinks. I don't know if I'm going to finish that one because I don't want to see all the little... Let me squirt some soapy water down in here. Oops, that was alcohol. I guess it doesn't matter. I want to loosen up his head. It's because I don't remember if there's anything to break off. Maybe some ears or something. Come here. I'm trying to be careful, and careful isn't very easy. Pop his little behind out. See what we got. Come on. Oh, look at him. That is so cool. I got some trimming to do, but I think she's going to be happy. It looks so similar to the other one from a million years ago, throwback video. Oh, yay. Okay, let me figure out what I'm going to do. If I'm going to do anything to this rock. I don't know. Okay, I'll be right back.
Michelle in the studio, hair up, sleeves roll tight, glitz and glitter on the table. She's working through the light. Pink crystal butterfly, catching that morning glow. Red and green strawberry, all lined up in a row. Peanut head Yorkie smile, blue marbled hippo shine. A pet memorial rock, held with heart and time. Peach axolotl grinning, purple hat, sitting proud. Purple boba, purple purse, she's making hearts out loud. Glitz and glitter, shine on. Michelle, you do it right. Glitz and glitter, shine on. Turning hands into light. Lord bless her viewers. makes a whole hard day okay. Peanut head Yorkie smile, blue marbled hippo shine, a pet memorial rock held with heart and time. Pink crystal butterfly fluttering through the frame. Michelle keeps giving beauty and blessing every name. Glitz and glitter, shine on. Michelle, you do it right. Glitz and glitter, shine on. Turning hands into light. Lord bless her viewers with peace and joy so high, joy unspeakable. Fill every heart tonight. If the day feels heavy, let the sweet things stay. Time made by hand gift can chase the gray away. Lift her, work with favor, pour your goodness down. Peace in every viewer, joy all over town. Glitz and glitter, shine on. Michelle, you do it right. Glitz and glitter, shine on. Turning hands into light. Lord bless her viewers with peace and joy so high, joy unspeakable. Fill every heart tonight.
Another day down in the books, all finished. Here are the pendants. Looks pretty with the flat back bail on there. Here's the butterfly. I just put some paint on the body and around the edge, which you can barely see, and then I put obviously rhinestones on there, so it's nice and sparkly. Here is the cross. So this is the glitter glue on all the stones, and then I took a really thin marker in silver and outlined all those things on the cross, and then I put the little what do you call it on there so you could put your chain in there. Here is the strawberry. I'm like searching for my words. It must be really late. I put glitter glue around the edge, the red one, and then glitter glue on the green, and then put a bunch of rhinestones on that. So that's still drying. And then here is peanut head, a couple bows on the ears, a purple heart. I put the gilding paint on his fur, painted his eyes and his nose, put a magnet on the back. Here is the little bulldog with his sunglasses because he's a cool dude. Little sunglasses on his head, painted his eyes, his nose, his mouth, the heart, and then the inside of his ears. And that's all I did to that one. Here is the axolotl. So she's got some boba tea in purple, her purple hat and purple purse all went together. I stuck some bows on her gills and then rhinestones, some eyelashes here, painted her eyes, and that was all for that one. And here is the little hippo. She didn't want too much. She said I could put a little bit of my signature on there, but she didn't want to cover like all the blue. So I put some rhinestones on the toes, painted the eyes and the nose, and then I just put one little tiny bow on her little behind. So that's cute. This is my solution, and I love the solution because I could not get a pen in there, and I didn't want to fill in all the holes. I just went over everything, and it stayed out of the words, and that just brought the words out. So that was a brilliant idea, I think. And then I painted around the heart, of course, and then the paw prints. So that's all I did to that one. So next time I think I will put this one in the pressure pot so we don't end up with all those tiny little micro bubbles. I'm not sure why I have them. I put it through the vacuum chamber, but it could have been too deep and it just heated up too fast and created some micro bubbles. But being a rock, I don't think it's that bad. So that's it. That is all I have today. I'm going to get you guys some pictures and come up with my plan for tomorrow. I hope to see you there. Have a blessed day, everybody. Bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art.
Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes, a radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Sparkly streams, her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings, a masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew, in every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace, in her art we see his face.